It's also on the board of one, the anti-poverty group, co-founded by Odutola. Adeola has received many laurels, both within and outside Nigeria,
What's the password again for this Zoom?
The Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, GCON, the National Productivity Order of Merit Award, in recognition of his contributions to the Nigerian economy by the federal government of Nigeria. He received the Grand Commander of the National Order of the Republic of Benin by the government of the Republic of Benin. He received the Commander of the National Order
since your internet is here, let's put your internet to work. What do you need that can help you?
Do you have internet cable?
Internet cable.
Niger by the government of the Republic of
You are not using wireless.
The
Wi-Fi, the password, change the password.
At various times, Dangote has been
but have they used this system to connect to it before?
It was connected to it before, but
they've now changed the password. So it's now asking for password. So you need internet cable or
Times Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world. Forbes' most powerful man in Africa. And also African Businessman of the Year by London-based IC Publications. He's been recognized amongst the 50 most influential individuals in the world by Bloomberg Markets. Bloomberg, in its 2019 billionaires list of the top 500 billionaires in the world, ranked Aliko Dangote as the 64th richest man in the world and the richest man in Africa. Aliko Dangote Foundation emerged winner of the Philanthropy of the Year award at the grand finale of the CNBC Africa of the Night All African Business Leaders Award held in South Africa in November 2016. In March 2020, Aliko Dangote spearheaded a private sector initiative to support the federal government in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. The initiative, known as the Coalition Against COVID-19, COVID, has raised almost 40 billion naira from more than 50 private sector members to provide medical equipment, health infrastructure, and food relief materials for millions of Nigerians across the country to mitigate the effect of the coronavirus. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to invite forward Aliko Dangote, GCON. Thank you.
Give us one. I hear what you're saying.
I know what I want to thank each and every one of you. I'm very sorry we started the meeting. That's how we I'll try as much as possible to shorten the time so that very, very short time. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the experience in various parts of the world has shown that industrialization drives economic growth and development, which improves living standards as evident by the high output and income in industrialized countries. Countries smaller than Nigeria, such as Singapore and South Korea, have an average per capita GDP of about 65,000 and 31,000 respectively, due to the level of industrialization which they have achieved. In Nigeria, the policy dispositions and implementation strategies of successive Nigerian governments on industrialization seek to create more employment opportunities, scale up the production of consumer goods for its teeming population, and generate wealth for the nation. Although these dispositions and strategies form the canal of public sector policies and planning, the rate of industrialization in Nigeria has been slow, as evidenced by the low contribution of manufacturing to GDP. Poor capacity utilization, constrained export of manufactured products within and outside the continent. For instance, Nigeria's share of world output is unimpressive, considering the for instance, hello, can you hear me? Let's try once again.
We are doing it. Someone has taken the system.
Can you hear me? Okay, sorry. For instance, Nigeria's share of world output is unimpressive, considering its size and resource endowment. The share of world output is significantly below that of India, South Korea, and China. Nigeria has for many years remained in the developing nation as income, economic development, and standard of living largely remains below average. In addition, Nigeria remains one of the least industrialized countries with a low human development index and a per capita GDP of $2,007, ranking 129 and 105 out of 152 respectively. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, from the foregoing, it is evident that manufacturing is pivotal to industrialization. No country in the world has ever industrialized or attained developed nation status without having a thriving manufacturing sector. Without a doubt, manufacturing is the heartbeat of industrialization and the bedrock of inclusive economic growth and development. Consequently, any journey towards industrialization must place strong emphasis on creating an enabling environment for manufacturing. You will agree with me that Nigeria has the potential and wherewithal for industrialization, given its vibrant and entrepreneurial population, as well as its vast array of natural resources. When industrialization is driven by broad-based manufacturing of products for domestic consumption and exports, the internal and external positions of the country will become favorable. Economic growth will trend upwards, tax revenues should increase. Balance of payments will be positive, external reserves will grow, and the value of the currency will be stable. Performance of industrial sector in Nigeria. Nigeria's industrialization process has been greatly challenged by structural and institutional constraints, particularly funding. These factors have over the years cumulatively contributed to its disappointing performance. For instance, in the last decade, average share of manufacturing value added to GDP in countries like China and Malaysia stood at 41% and 38% respectively, compared to 14% in Nigeria. Similarly, our trade indices in the last decade have been relatively very poor. Total exports, for instance, accounted for 16% of GDP as against 70% recorded by Malaysia. In terms of capacity utilization, a major performance indicator which reflects the ability of manufacturing companies to meet rising demand without increasing costs, Nigeria achieved a rate of 55% compared to 76% and 78% in China and South Korea, respectively. The country's dwindling industrial performance has significant socio-economic implications as poverty and unemployment continues to rise. While there is a pressing need to create more jobs, the high cost of doing business in the face of declining consumer purchasing power puts enormous strain on manufacturers, with many scaling down production and some of them shutting down completely. The nexus between industrialization and economic development, Nigeria and China. Development in China supports the fact that industrialization driven by manufacturing is key to long-term social and economic development of the country. China is today the world's largest manufacturing economy and is considered to be one of the most competitive nations in the world. Driven initially by its ability to deliver low-cost labor and materials, China quickly advanced across a number of other competitiveness drivers, including infrastructure, favorable policies, a large consumer base, and well-established supplier networks. China has since evolved its manufacturing capabilities from low-cost goods to more advanced products. From 1960 to 2003, the development trajectory of China by far outpaced that of Nigeria within the same period, even though Nigeria began on a seemingly better footing. It is therefore important to track back where Nigeria dropped the ball, with a view to repositioning the country to the path of growth, development, and social upliftment. Based on the comparative analysis of Nigeria and China, one can safely make the following deductions. 1. Numerical strength of a nation, which is population, can indeed be translated into economic wealth. 2. Steady growth in manufacturing output is possible when the operating environment is conducive. 3. No nation can easily transit from developing to newly industrialized without a vibrant manufacturing sector. 4. Effective implementation of long-term plans backed with policy consistency will promote enduring economic growth and development. The manufacturing sector in Nigeria. Nigeria's manufacturing sector is dominated by light manufacturing with only a few firms operating in heavy segments of the sector. Nigeria's manufacturers are overly dependent on imports for machinery, equipment, fuels, spare parts, and raw materials.
So the name is second Odutola.
Is also heavily dependent on expensive self-generation of electricity due to inadequate grid supply.
Adeola,
Over the years, successive governments at national and sub-national levels have made commendable efforts at promoting industrial development with varying degrees of success. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there are several factors that need to be in place to accelerate growth of the manufacturing sector in Nigeria, and I'm going to touch on a few of them. One is security and rule of law. The first foundation for a thriving economies is a safe, secure environment that encourages long-term investment and also respects rule of law. Two, industry-oriented government policy. Consistent and sustained industrial policy that incentivizes businesses to invest, and the effective implementation. It's not only the policy, it's also the implementation of the policies that we have. Adequate infrastructure, that is road, rail, seaports, and reliable energy, power and gas at reasonable tariff rates. 4, raw materials. Number 5, a well-developed SME sector. Strong industrial linkages which provide value chain that feeds medium and large manufacturing businesses. Number 6, build human capacity. An educational system which produces manpower with requisite skills for the sector. Number 7, embrace technology. Leverage technology to improve efficiency through automation of manufacturing processes. Then we go to now growth trajectory of the manufacturing sector in Nigeria. Nigeria has experienced fluctuations in manufacturing output growth over the years. This is because the performance of the sector largely depends on crude oil revenues, which impact availability of foreign exchange for imports for imported inputs and machinery. The sector witnessed satisfactory growth from 1970 to 1980, but declined thereafter following a series of internal and external economic shocks. In response, successive governments introduced various measures to manage foreign exchange by limiting access to forex and restricting the flow of trade using instruments such as import licenses, tariffs, etc. These actions had adverse consequences on manufacturing sectors' access to critical raw materials, spares, machinery, and equipment. This is in addition to other supply-side operational challenges resulted in stockouts, low capacity utilization, and reduction in the workforce, evidenced by oscillatory growth of the sector over the last 2 decades. The current status of manufacturing sector. Manufacturing was singled out in the Nigerian Industrial Revolutionary Plan as a driver of industrialization and economic growth. Following the GDP rebasing exercise in 2013, the growth of the sector averaged 18% in 2013 and 2014 and accounted for 10% of real GDP in 4 years. The onset of the forex crisis in 2015, the economic recession in 2016, and the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic presented manufacturers with a difficult set of circumstances, the effects of which many have not yet recovered. They are still recovering, but they are not yet, they haven't yet recovered from the crisis. The situation has recently been compounded by skyrocketing inflation, driven in large part by high energy prices. The contribution of manufacturing to real GDP in Nigeria contrasts with what was obtained in countries like China, which is 27% in 2019, Germany 19%, Japan 21%, and South Africa 14%. To drive industrialization and sustain economic growth in Nigeria, it is important that deliberate policies
What usually
that
used
are
to get
manufacturing
the sound
specific
was
should be
there's
designed
a
to
mix
support
of mic and
manufacturing
everything.
activities and
They are not
address
using
the
the
perennial
speaker for the
challenges of
laptop.
the sector. It is also
So
important
people will still be
to
able
note
to
that
hear,
the
even though
current
it's low.
policies,
This
if
laptop
fully
speaker will also
implemented,
get the
are
sound.
good enough to address most of the challenges we are facing. What I'm saying here is that the current policies that we have in place, they should be fully implemented. And once they are implemented, we'll be out of our logjam. I'll go now to manufacturing sector challenges. In recent years, manufacturing sector's contribution to GDP that of long-term funds. Manufacturers in Nigeria, manufacturing multiple and high tax rates for the industries. The manufacturing sector is besieged with over 30 statutory taxes, levies, fees, etc., charged as multiple tier of governments. And these are issues that which I think most of people are actually writing about. Then the last, not the least, is insecurity. Industries continue to be confronted by insecurity across the country, manifesting in the form of kidnapping, banditry, harassment, farmers' crisis, just to mention a few. In consideration of the aforementioned challenges, there is an urgent need for a shift in policy approach and strategy to reposition the manufacturing sector for growth over the next 10 years. It is imperative that the familiar challenges limiting the pace of industrialization are frontally addressed while setting a clear-cut agenda for the next 10 years. Agenda for the next 10 years. Let me talk about that. Industrialization facilitates the global competitiveness of a nation in the production of processed and manufactured goods by linking industrial activities with primary sector, domestic and foreign trade, and service activities. To achieve industrialization goals, it is necessary for a nation to formulate plans and policies that will enhance and sustain industrial development. Sustainable industrial development involves establishment of conducive environment to encourage investment and ensure efficient usage of resources to increase productivity and growth of the nation. Nigeria needs to henceforth intensify efforts at promoting industrialization with specific focus on attainment of the following targets in the next 10 years. 15% manufacturing sector growth, 20% manufacturing contributions to GDP, 15% growth in export of manufactured products, 10% increase in share of manufacturing to total export merchandise, stronger inter-industry linkages between SMEs and large corporations, improved manufacturing contributions to government tax revenue, and 20% increase in manufacturing employment. Implementation roadmap. To industrialize the nation and achieve the target listed above, there are measures that need to be in place. Investment in infrastructure. Adequate infrastructure is the bedrock of industrialization. Given the paucity of funds, government at all levels need to prioritize that infrastructure expenditure to ensure that it provides optimal multiplier effects in the real sector of the economy. Direct investment by government in infrastructure needs to be complemented with a well-designed PPPs, which is public-private partnership. The execution of Presidential Order number 007, which enables companies to invest in road infrastructure using their future tax payments, has been a very, very remarkable success in Nigeria. Number two, creation of business enabling need to be put in place, and the policy evaluation review process should be institutionalized to provide a level of predictability. Because if things are not, if you cannot predict anything, you cannot really risk your capital. The provision of accessible financing schemes. To position the nation on the path of industrialization, an accessible window for a long-term fund need to be created for manufacturing rates and be accessible by focus on sectors with great potential for inclusive growth. Sustainability must be central to our industrial development agenda. There is also the need for governments at all times to ensure that they consult widely with relevant stakeholders when taking far-reaching decisions on key sectors of the economy. This will make it much easier for manufacturers to make long-term business plans. In addition, policies that have been tried and tested should be backed with an act promulgated by the National Assembly to give them legal backing and make them less susceptible to arbitrary changes by successive governments. Because any time when we have new government, they try to change things. So I think this is very, very important. Industrialization driven by manufacturing has the capacity to facilitate enduring economic growth, create jobs, and make a country a better place. The transition mechanism entails the availability of required resources, adoption of appropriate technology, provision of favorable operating environment, human capital development, stable macroeconomic environment, and adequate infrastructure. If we can get our industrialization journey right and invest in critical sectors like agriculture, mining, petrochemicals, and other gas-based industries, we will transform our economy, deliver robust foreign exchange reserves, and make it possible for us to float our currency should we wish to do so. What I keep saying, I've actually delivered a lecture before where I said that just by capitalizing on our gas, the gas can give us more money than oil. So by doing that, you can see that we don't need to scramble for foreign exchange. The naira can be floated and everybody will be having a very smooth ride in terms of manufacturing. While the collective efforts of all stakeholders, with collective efforts with all of us, stakeholders, it is feasible to move Nigeria from the developing nation to a newly industrialized nation status within 10 years or less. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.
For sponsors like you.
Okay. I'm ready now. Okay. All right.
Please a round of applause for Adeola. Thank you.
Il faut qu'il y ait une coopération et une collaboration entre nos différents patronats, nos différents industriels pour aider à développer notre souveraineté.
With the different crises that every country is going through, it is very important for us to create a synergy which will help the sub-region develop very well.
Et c'est dans cet esprit que MAC et la Confédération générale des entreprises de Côte d'Ivoire vont bientôt avoir un MOU qui va leur permettre d'associer leurs entreprises et leurs réalisations pour aider au développement de notre sous-région et à l'épanouissement de nos entreprises de communes.
It's in this wise that the man of Ivory Coast and that of Nigeria are soon going to sign an MOU that's going to help all the companies in the different states to create a synergy that is going to help both the economy to excel appropriately.
nous avons eu la chance d'assister à la conférence de champion de l'industrialisation en Afrique. Et ses propos, ses indications et ses solutions proposées sont les mêmes que nous, en Côte d'Ivoire, nous retenons aussi. Et
and everyone here. And in the name of the President of Man, I request our implore that the MOU is quickly signed so that we can come together and do great things together. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Dano, for that wonderful remark. I guess that's when I can stop. Thank you very much. All right, thank you. We'll take questions now. I know a lot of us will have questions to ask, so in order to make it snappy, we go very straight to the question. Let's keep the thank you, we appreciate you. Go straight to the question, and we'll do that by introducing yourself and the organization you represent. We have number 1 here, number 2, Stefan, number 3 on that table, number 4, Engineer Able. We have 4 questions. Okay, we have number 5 over there. Oh, great. 5 questions. So let's have
Thank you very much. As a teacher, I don't want to take time. And I'm very happy for 2 things. Allegedly, nobody has talked on an issue that has been boiling my mind. Chevron, remember last year, I represented the President of the Senate as a special advisor on matters. Today, I'm representing the President of ECOWAS, which is an important platform to facilitate economic coordination across the South. Now, Engineer Mansour Ahmad can remember vividly that in 2011, when I was the director in the National Planning Commission in charge of plans and policy coordination, after the visitation of the Indian Planning Commission, I came back to the Minister Johnson and we tried a process, and 12 years down the line, nothing has happened. And I'm using this opportunity to appeal to other manufacturers association and anybody that matters. The reality of our developmental challenges is that even if oil is selling for $300 today, it cannot sustainably finance our infrastructure. Governmental finances cannot provide the needed resources, even if you increase the taxes by 100%. Because when you increase taxes, you are constraining production. You are constraining production, you are constraining consumption. So what is the way out? In the last planning cycle of the Indian Planning Commission, which is the 13th plan, consistency of policy has made it that possible. They were able to attract $1 trillion US. all absolute and useless laws and policies in Nigeria that has constrained individuals from investing in their economy. Because investment resources don't respect color, don't respect race. What they respect is the institutional capacity of the recipient system. What makes everyone to be taking his money to India is have a very vast market, but in fact, we have prevented any form of conflict of interest on the part of individuals facilitating this implementation. I am proud to that. We have in Nigeria the National Infrastructure Master Plan. It has detailed what we require, but we cannot achieve it in the absence of a coherent public-private partnership. I'm appealing to all, please work with us in ECOWAS to see what we can do, not just for Nigeria, but across West Africa. We have every resource to make a difference. We have no reason for people to be in poverty. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So take number 2. Yes, you have one.
My name is Aziza.
This mic is not made in Nigeria. I'm giving us too much problem. All right.
Reduce the volume. That should solve. It's not. Is it the hotel? Oh, is their mic?
So it's not working. This is the hotel mic. The hotel mic is not working.
It's not working. Did you try them to put on
We told their technical this thing yesterday. I don't know if it's around inside the. So it's from the hotel.
We are talking. We are not looking at the kernel of the situation. I want to ask that what can you do on human capacity? The government moves everything calculated as a solution. Depends on the human capacity and productivity. Our government paid 10.79% contribution. By last year, it was 5.6. We have 200 of the average of million Nigerians. So the order the policy to bring, so that will effectively and design things. So what are we doing to encourage the government to make sure we have more money for education? That's the solution we have. India did it, and that's why we can do well and talk about India. China has done it, and that's the way we handle it. Thank you.
Thank you. More money for education. The formators now, they are using rubbish and waiting that quickly.
Well, thank you very much for I think it works. That's what we advise the government at the point. So that out of budget is very, very impossible. It's almost not impossible for government to build infrastructure. It's just not going to happen. So what they normally do, as soon as we work with the senior government, you have a road that needs 10 million. The first year they will allocate 30% if they are ready. If they release even that 30%, by the time that we get to the following year, the contractor would have actually come back to say that inflation has taken on 15-20%. So we will never ever be so. So that's why we say that we find companies that have enough cash flow or companies that need growth. You can bring an economic growth and build, and then you can take it off taxes for the next 3 years. And this has been working. I mean, if you remember the Apapa road infrastructure up to Solo, Oroshoki, up to the toll gate. we are going to do that. And we are not going to take our money maybe for the next 3 months. But you can see now, it is a 10-lane road. Each side, there are service lane 2, the main lines are 3, and 7 on the other side. Right now, really, unless there's an accident, it doesn't take more than 25 minutes, and let me finish it. So these are the kind of roads that if someone was going to budget, we would never ever have any. On PPP, the biggest issue is now to sit down with people and there's no point of government holding anything. I mean, if you look at it today, in most countries, like even in India, most roads, they have actually been concession. And I don't know why in Nigeria we don't like paying toll. The fees were used to having everything free. It cannot control like that. The government don't have money, they don't have the capacity to do so. I mean, today, if you land in Beijing, China, after you leave the airport, the first thing that you need is toll. It's a toll road, you know, why you have to pay it. In China, they have trillions of dollars in their own land. But they're trying, they are not giving everybody free of charge. They are coming from a socialist system, so why can't we also do that? So, I mean, today everybody is moving around. Look at the entire neighbors and we are sitting on pay toll on this it's not sustainable. So, if now we can have this PPP, it will address a lot of issues. It will free off a lot of government resources. And that actually, you know, will go to the question number 2, how do we address it in terms of training the next generation of people who will do, but if I want to say the department today, I don't want to go and bring Chinese, Indians. We should not only satisfy our own industries, we should be doing like India, education and also go and be sending our own people abroad to go and work as many as we do on the platform. A lot of people have been very let me give an example, go to Atlanta. Most of their medical doctors, the top key guys are all Nigerians. So why are we allowing them to go? We should develop something that can actually retain people here. I mean, today, a lot of us here that were operating, we have lost a lot of staff going to Canada, going to other areas. We should actually do the same job, retain people back and stay at home. So with that, also our own as corporate citizens, we should try as much and pay our taxes because it's a contract. And I'm sure once we see government doing something good with the money, all of us, it is going to be like an incentive for us to pay our taxes. So I encourage people to continue to also pay their own share of their taxes so that government can have enough money to train the next generation. Because, I mean, education is not cheap, it's expensive, but we need to help the government to bring up their own money so that they can manage that money. Trying to build every single road in India. So what you have to do, and this is the need to focus and find PPP is good enough. It doesn't matter whether if it's PPP, who is going to get the credit at the end of the day? It's the government. I mean, for example, now the road that we're doing also another road which is the entire Lekki up to from the Lekki bridges up to the expressway.
Data from presidency. Is it ready?
But
Yes. Just one more. The MC just want me now to be ready.
they are very, very important. But if
I don't know to project it on the screen. You are projecting on the screen at the same time online. We keep this screen. This is the screen guy.
I would like to say that, you know, from ECOWAS, we need to make sure that this our regional market works.
There's a letter to be projected on screen and also online. So they are ready for online, but you also need to project it on screen. Man 58. No son. Man 50 AGM, you see a letter there, he will project it.
Ghana, but the biggest difficulty that we have has always been the Republic of Benin. Because like right now, if you look at it, 80% of the Republic of Benin's cement is coming from China. But we're 28 kilometers from the border of the Republic of Benin. We are not allowed to take our cement into Benin. So, I mean, why are we thinking of AMCT? If the regional markets are not working, then the AMCT will not work. I believe that you should talk to them to please make sure that we have a change so that Nigeria will have our own glass and whatever now.
There's a folder, one the document you are seeing inside. Put it on the screen.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We eventually got the mic with the song card certificate. So I think this can work. So we will have the 3 more questions.
Which might is the letter you copy from the code that
not a lecturer now, you have come directly to us, you are sending it from the books directly and experience. Actually, the president about the textile industry which you mentioned. The textile industry is holding up because of lack of policy implementation. And this policy implementation, everybody has been talking about it. What can you, as president of the company, now work on implementation of this policy for all industries, not only textiles, but be able to carry out to the president and talk of this executive order over 3 that says you must buy made in Nigeria goods. Even the executive council, when they are going to meeting, they should at least wear made in Nigeria, all of them, so that they see that they are serious. It's not cheap. And people will know that we want to purchase made. We have blankets, we have tarpaulin, we have fish. All these hotels can buy our fishes, can buy our flowers, and all the items can buy tarpaulin. And blankets for prisoners and all schools can buy blankets. You see what can be done? Practically be done, not just lecture this time around. Practically lead us to the president. Let's not give him that the executive order all 3 is not working. It's not working executive order all 7. The executive order all 7 is working, but the executive order all 3 is not working. So as president of the group, you have tried textile. I think that's why you only get only in textile. You are based in other sectors. Come and tell issues. Because today we don't have market. We don't have market. I have the DG here. DG should testify that there are lots of markets that are coming substandard exam and they have taken our market. They are tell that those who are using culture don't have access to the market. So he can tell us DG man, DG is here. Let him go to us. And we can give him all the lead. Now we buy so President, let's have the person survive. Please, I'm happy I'm seeing you live, face to face. I'm next you. I'm seeing you. Please lead us. Let us work on this. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Like for you to please go straight to the. Do you have more people raising their hands? Sir?
I can answer him. But I think, Rob, you want to give him an answer? But I think the issue that you are right. But I think that boils down to implementation of policies. So like what I said today, you can't just go to Asia and be selling textiles anywhere. You will be sent to prison. You will rest there for a while. If something now is banned in the US, for example, there is no way you can go now and put it up in your shop. So I think the same force the government used in rice, they need to use that in textiles. Because if you remember, 2 decades ago, textiles used to be the second employer of labor after the federal government of Nigeria. And then we have the arable land, we can grow the cotton, we have even our own textile industries. And I think telling them that, okay, fine, even when you finish the 80K gas pipeline and you give people cheaper power, the problem with textile industry in Nigeria is not that of lack of power. I mean, it's not that of cheaper power. No, even if you give them cheaper power, you allow the smuggling to continue. It's not going to happen. It will not. The textiles will not last. You see, because in manufacturing, let me say a little bit. In manufacturing, we have what we call, well, like we have our fixed costs are more. In terms of now, for example, let me do maybe an example of an airline. Today, in an airline, if you are traveling anywhere, in business class, for example, we have business class, you have club class, you have J class. All these ones, they have different prices. Even in first class, you have first class, you have A class. But you all sit together. Why? Because once you reach a starting threshold of maybe 60% or 70%, you have covered your cost. The rest, you can give it at half price. So what is happening is that other countries are using us as a dumping ground. And that's why I don't like imports. Anytime when you import anything, you are importing poverty and you are exporting prosperity and jobs outside. The industry, I think the government, they have to now, they need to complete a law by the National Assembly and say that yes, anybody that is seen selling a foreign textile must go to prison maybe 3 years with no option of fine. Because in Nigeria, if you say that option of fine, they will go through the court and they will get a fine. So it should be just going to jail. Even if it's for 2 years, go and rest in jail so that you won't be So I think if we do that, I am 100% sure that the textile will bounce back. They will be the second employer. But we have a chance yet to do. What is stopping us from doing is the implementation of the policy. It's the political will to make sure that yes, we implement those policies, no matter what we go through or sector. So I'm sure the government will do that because the president has already declared that Kenya is one of the most important and what is going to start is through textile industry.
Thank you. If there's a question you ask like this, maybe there's 1 minute. And I must add that I think that is not very textile. One of the parts of textile in it is to know what you have. Because out of textile.
This is second oriental mic. Oh, it's not working.
Change the battery. Quick. Change the battery. Change this battery.
So that's why we decided that look, this thing doesn't have a name. And unfortunately also some of the textile manufacturers were once participating in this market. So we realize that look, it's going to be
School oriental.
there's no end to it. And we decided that we will close both when in Kano and Georgia, and unfortunately we have to pay over 7,000 but today is cheaper for us. At least we have made that decision at that time.
So take more questions. I know that we have one question. We'll back up to the numbers, but let me give this one. I don't want to ask questions. I want to make comments. We've all had this one and a euro said. It's over 50 years. Times and times again. But I want to offer my advice that the time of politics has started. We have seen the president of allowing third take over the governance of our country. We must get involved. You are now here electing something around. Please get involved. Get some people who will listen, who will support the investment, and who will implement the decisions of all of us. Nigeria is very well known for having solutions for problems, but they lack the political will to execute this. And the only is that where government is not held accountable for policies they pronounce and they implement. It's time now that that's why if you don't want to get involved, sponsor people into the political arena so that they carry the message. That's my advice.
The story senator I wanted to comment, but I think that question would probably fire him to say for the industry. So I think we have 3 questions that have been asked. May I have the next of the 3?
My name is Engineer Frank Onyebo, Chairman. Thank you very much, sir, for your excellent lecture. It is very clear that our dear country must embrace manufacturing as a way out of our current difficulties. My question is, why is this so difficult for the government to understand this? Or putting it in another way, what can man do differently to make the government give manufacturing this kind of place in the scheme of things in this country? Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Engineer. I think what they have actually been they try their best. They are very, very engaging. The current minister is also helpful. But I think what I keep saying is, as a government have no business in business. So the only way for government to create jobs is for them to partner with people like us in the manufacturing sector. You can go and have your manifesto. Your manifesto is really as good as, as you plan. If you have people like you, the entrepreneurs, that will back those policies. Because, if somebody now comes to you during campaign or whatever and says that we will create 10 million jobs in the next 4 years, how is he going to get 10 million jobs? He can only create good policies and also make sure that those policies are implemented. When you ask the question, for example, today, do we really need to populate more policies in Nigeria? Let me tell you something. Based on my experience, all the policies of job creation and whatever, we have them. They are all written by several for me, all of them. We have written this, we have sanctuary, even Vision 2010. We have done so many visions. We have all this. But the biggest issue and challenge that we have is implementation. If there's no implementation, we will continue to make these policies, they will never ever work. But my advice, that what you said, is that any government, whether they want to let it do or give anyone, unless you act now or in the private sector, you will not be able to deliver from the promise and job creation, prosperity. How to partner with that?
For J, you made an allusion to the importance of manufacturing industries and then talked about core industries. Without an iron and steel industry, given that industrial equipment is the main of iron and steel, power being a critical component to development anywhere. If we take just the national grid alone, the scaffolds carrying the aluminum conductors, we can imagine the amount of iron and steel that went into that. For the aluminum carrying power from point A to point B until it drops to our facilities, where we now need aluminum copper. There is Armstrong. We have a technical iron and steel. We have Armstrong. What is the difficulty in seeing the centrality of these components to our very own development? And with respect to HDI, no country rises above its educational system. So, to toy with that educational system and not see the direct link between it and our development, I think something needs to be. But however, what do we do? Given that we have the infrastructure in place right now to meet some of our needs with respect to iron and steel, aluminum, copper, as an efficiency. However, there is no reason why we cannot do what our countries now have done with respect to these metallurgical industries, where they do not have the manufacturing part, the products wherever they are. I do not know that we have a choice in this matter, other than doing the very same template that others have already done.
Thank you very much. Well, you are right. We cannot actually work without, steel industry. Iron and steel industry is requisite for us to industrialize. And you are right, we don't manufacture any equipment here, so actually export, especially when there is devaluation. You don't, if you are currency devalued, difficult for you now take those equipment and bring them and because if we manufacture them here, then it's much easier because your own expenses in terms of building that industry is going to be in naira, and then your own earnings and revenue is going to be also in naira. So it makes life easier rather than you now either borrowing dollars, go and establish a factory, and then you end up borrowing, and you end up working so hard. By the time that if you borrow at maybe 480, by the time you are going to pay that loan, might be at about 700, 600, whatever. So I think what you mentioned about the steel industry, let me give an example. For us, for example, it costs us so much money because in our own family, we have imported between rebars, between structural steel, between equipment and food. We have imported almost 2 million tons of different types of steel, which should have actually come from local. Because India, they manufacture most of the equipment, a couple of the equipment imported from India, from China, from Germany, but they are also competing today. There are some of the equipment that we decided to buy from China because they are better, they are cheaper, the technology is great. So I think we need to really make an effort. But how are we going to make an effort? Steel industry actually, it's a very heavy industry from huge budget. And so unless you are sure of heavy protection by the government, you are not going to be if you are, hand in your pocket, you now go and set up that kind of industry. So what we need to do is to create the enabling environment, create laws that no matter what, somebody is not going to come halfway and change those policies. When somebody changes the policies, it means that you will never be able to recover. So I think it's possible we will be able to actually industrialize still manufacturing their equipment. Do you have iron ore? Yes, you have iron ore. But why is it so difficult? Because sometimes you will be manufacturing something, then you see all of a sudden somebody importing so structures, claiming that they are doing one government project somewhere or the World Bank project. No, we should use what we produce. Once we use what we produce, it protects everybody. We should down the constitution, no matter who is out, we should not allow you to do something, that's important.
Today, I'm going to answer your name, sir, because you are going to be president of the entrepreneurial sector. Because your speech has totally analyzed of the problem of the children. And without solution, what is the solution? We have a 10-year plan. If we have a 10-year plan and without a really established or technical skill in Nigeria, how do we achieve that? Today in our institutions, our higher institution or university doesn't value the science and technology course in the school. When you look at the advanced countries, many of these experts will be brought to Nigeria. There's no magic because the government have invested on them from the beginning of their basic education on science. So without this, whatever the plans we have from today to the next 20 years, it can't work. So as our own comrade, because we see you as our own comrade, you are our mentor. And I believe the entire manufacturing institutions knows that whatever way you go, you're not speaking to the mouth of the group. You are speaking our voice. And it was allocated from today that everywhere you speak, it's not on the sake of the group. You are speaking on the force of manufacturers association because you are our leaders. All what we are reviewing in your books, there's a policy, especially on the road. I remember we submitted a plan presentation to the government. We need to understand we can achieve the road by privatizing the road. The government is really serious and they want to make the country proud. What takes to achieve 3,000 kilometer road within 2 years not difficult. Because the violation of trouble, the traffic and everything can keep the cost of the road and the revenue to generate from this road. There's no market for any country. They are building their an asset without income. No way to maintain it. So we plead to you, sir. We as a practical person of the industry, I'm a practical person in the steel industry and I'm also the chairman of basic weather and I know what it takes. But we are sorry in that of the manpower because it takes us almost a year before you can train people, which supposed to be a primary objective of supposed to be a basic support from the government on science and technology. Thank you very much.
Thank you. But I think also when you look at tax base, why you can subtract from those expenses by training today, like what I said, we need to make sure that the government have to be very creative and just sit down and collect it make sure that yes, we have an identification at the same time, also our collective where government can give up their own, when you look at the developing sections, everybody what is the money for money, education is the money for money, health is the money for money. Yes, we would love to see the government increasing their investment in education, but increasing their own investment in education, we have to work together so that they can have some level of free funds, level to invest more in
Thank you very much, sir. Before I ask the questions, I just want to make an announcement. The PG of mine and I, for the last 2 years, trying to organize like a conference or a discussion with top manufacturers in the country. We're looking at between end of December or January, and I'm appealing to all of you to work with us to find a common time to sit down and discuss this. This is not an issue of just the industry, it's an issue of the survival of the country. The more industries close, and they are closing every day, not everybody is an Dangote company. We have a lot of companies closing right now because of substandard foods. We have a lot of unemployment. We cannot pray and fast away insecurity in this country. The youth are looking for work. For Nigerians, like the president mentioned, anywhere you go in the world, the best engineers, best doctors are Nigerians. So we do have an educated group of people. The biggest problem we are having right now is sustaining our own industry. There is no concerted effort by the industry together as a group to demand protection. Come to tomorrow, after 400 years of consolidation, the United States still has tariffs on states. So these are things that all the countries in the world do. And I'm not going to talk any longer about this issue because it's something we need to sit down, regulators and the industry together in a very long period of time, maybe a day or two, to discuss our issues, their issues, and then we come to a common ground. But that note, the question I want to ask, yes, like the number one industry in the world, actually in Africa, is that as an industrialist, what I want to hear from you, because I've spent the last 18 months trying to criticize the effect of suspended rules in our markets, in our industry. I want to hear from the bosses now. What do you think is the biggest problem and what happens when suspended rules are proliferated in the whole country? What can you do? Can you tell us from your mouth what you think the damage is happening so that every time our people get attacked in the market, the rest of the country knows we are trying to protect at least 10,000 drivers working for you? I mean, imagine, ladies and gentlemen, in this one, you have 10,000 drivers working for one company, and some of them are graduates. They have at least 10 to 15 members of the family. So just one aspect of the company has at least 150,000 Nigerians dependent on them. So what can we do, and what is your opinion about substandard foods within the country and the ones coming into our country?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What I think you are right, the substandard foods is something that I think the government is very agitated, very strong stance, and make sure that we eliminate and stamp those substandard foods. There's nobody, even as if somebody starts doing something like substandard cement, sugar, or salt, so there's no way we can compete. It will kill anybody, it can bring any company down. So I think that what I keep saying, we must formulate a policy, not only policy alone. Where now, once you have fought for a substandard item, okay, there is no way of giving you bail. That's the point. There is no way. We have taken as a very strong time. Where now I think you have to serve a jail term. That what I said, our people, they don't like serving, they don't like going to jail. If it's a fine, the person behind reading those substandard rules will come behind and pay those fine. So you will never get the cost of it. But I think for us as a country to say that we cannot maintain and stop substandard goods is a shame. We need to make sure, no matter what support that we need from the police or from any of the agencies, we must be given those supports to make sure we stamp out substandard goods. I mean, I remember that we have actually worked SOA for a very, very long time, blocking people from even bringing some of the substandard items that we produce. In fact, at the time, we had to now go and buy some pickups and be chasing them in the market to make sure that we don't. But I think my own other advice is that maybe we should even leave those people who are importing substandard goods. We should get to the root of it, not the root, you should get to the end of the time. Okay, you can do the smuggling, you can bring it in, but the person that will catch those goods in the shop, he's the one that should pay the price. So once they don't have a market, they are not going to import. So you deal with the person that you see selling those substandard goods, not even because we cannot monitor all these porous borders, the ports, the airports. Just go to the person who is selling those goods and make sure that you make this life very easy. You charge him for it, and you concentrate on putting him behind bars of things. You see that it will stop. Thank you.
You called me now. Thank you so very much for the wisdom that you shared. What is most important is a recognition that we have a collective in our country, and we are so. Let me go back to our friend from NGM. We don't want a professor to talk about this matter. I want to remind him that 30 years ago I was a member of this group, and my chairman is sitting there. And I have been a practical manufacturer for years. But to get straight to the point, this industry, talk about textile and all of that. The textile industry, the major industry in our country, failed because of trade policy. And the lesson we should take away from this is that we should have a standing working government, some real experts, so the professors are important there, and the people who are manufacturing, and government should be under pressure from that on trade policy. This young lady at McKinsey, who has written this book, Africa, the world's next great market, Mary Son, has studied this. I wonder if you know that NGL broke even in 1 month in 1960. And that the first 6 months production of NGL in Kaduna in 1960 were exported. They went and sold them all out in Manchester. So why did that enormous industry, when Kakuri used to be a boss like that area, why did that industry die? Because wrong trade policies were being made, and there wasn't enough cooperation to get government to do the right thing. And the government people were not doing that wickedness, it was ignorance. So we have to remember that it's our country. And collectively, we can get the people, the experts, the manufacturers, and the government to sit together and plot our way. Textile industry today should be, when you can't get Keller, but you need to direct general. Can they made a point about the way the textile industry has developed in the world? There are like 5 major companies dominating that industry in the world. How we could have aligned with them and provided incentives for them to make Nigeria a base in all their governments available to Nigeria. Today, we're not talking about jobs, because the textile industry is creating billions of jobs in Nigeria.
But I think we need to maybe have a big conference, not only the participants and not only the textile. I think the government will now find a lasting solution. We've tried a couple of things before. where we recently find that what is often accepted. The person who actually did that decision should keep the goods. So even that wasn't right, but I think that solutions may be one or two, and I think we need to make sure that they're implemented. Government will know, especially now that we're desperate in terms of job creation, will be able to stamp out this menace of smuggling, because we must implement and make sure that our industries survive. This is for our own collective good, and the only way that we also have responsibility in this country. I mean, if you look at it, all these institutes and jobs, I am actually pushing up mainly on, jobs. If we have a very prosperous environment, all these institutes are going to work because you have something doing. But if you don't have something doing, then you will go into this and that. But if you have something to do when you wake up in the morning, it actually eliminates all these institutes in the country. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to commend that people of the Council for this wonderful paper presented today, which is very, very beneficial to all of the national group in Nigeria, especially the chapter industry, which today a large patron of the Texas Manufacturing Association of Nigeria. I admire the answer given to the duty of the Texas Manufacturing Association and my Adeola government. And this paper is a paper that should not only get here. I want to recommend that this paper should be given to all other manufacturing groups in Nigeria, especially in the Texas industry. We in the Texas industry were ready to replace and talk to the chairman of the man so that we get as many copies as to all our members in the Texas industry, because this is very, very important. This is only 28 pages, but the benefit of this book that I'm not to today honestly was assist and make the beer industry very great, very, very great. And also admire the answers given by Sankote to assist the Texas Association. Most of the problems is covered by us, especially on the simple protection. Most of the protection in the air and underground by us in the Texas industry. It's because ordinary Nigeria today, when you go to the market, the first thing he asks, I want to buy something, not made in Nigeria, but the one made outside Nigeria, the one made in Germany, the one made in China, the one made in the best quality
like I've been, like the chairman, that you have man, one, request that this paper is not letters. All the thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience and spent so much time, but it has not been wasted. My name is Nancy Brenda. I'll take the second part of this program. Time check is 1:41. We'll try and manage the second half of this event and thank you all for being about 1 hour 30 minutes class. I will invite the president of the National Association of University of Ahmed, FNSC, and OFR bring present the blueprints or the accelerated development of manufacturing in Nigeria.
Thank you. Let me correct that statement. We're not going to stay here for another 1 hour. I think we should be able to come this in the next 20 minutes. I do understand if we're going to do that, that is not the time of work, through time of it, decided that we have the distinguished senator and the distinguished professor. I expect that they will be present. But the next item on our agenda is the presentation of a book called Blueprint 2.0. About 10 years ago, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria put together a range of stakeholder representatives across the industry and indeed across the economy, including academia, including people in the trade world, including exporters, importers, etc. To put together a blueprint for manufacturing industrialization. It was done with the hope that it would go into part of the advocacy document for man, and it was just what it I think indeed our friend from the Ministry of Industry, President would recall that that document was one of the and regularly in discussions with government on various issues. It is true that not all of those recommendations in Blueprint 1 have been fully implemented, but we have confidence that we are convinced that some of the recommendations actually got into government policy. So, after 10 years, we felt that it needs to take a review, rather take a review of that blueprint. And over the past 6 months, I think, we have indeed put together similar groups to look at that blueprint 0.1 and develop blueprint 2.0. And this is what we hope will be unveiled today. So I would like to request all the
the reason why like for Unilab, after we for Unilab, after we go to and this is so far. There was one guy
Be sure. We are not going to my family. There is no mind.
So, in the interest of my president and of the manufacturing sector of my industry, it's my pleasure join the industry. Gentlemen, I don't know if that's already. Am I happening? Join us. Are you around? Please join us. Today I'm around. Please join us. Otherwise, the next council
that the country is great,
very serious
I'm happy that they have us in the it's the government, the LG,
It's my pleasure
beside
to
them,
invite the
it's in
representatives
their
here together, representing all stakeholders in the male Luncheon 2.0 as a kind of vision document over the next 10 years to ensure that our strategy be driven in a way that supports and encourages and complements
your branding to mess. It's only two speakers. Why? Inside that.
So it's our pleasure to present Blueprint 2.0. Now that's by the Manchester Association of Nigeria.
Screen. Back